Lieutenant Yue and the Huaishuang sword are hiding in the treasury on the upper floor of the Yue Palace. Hao Tsang has just gone there too. When we saw Hao Tsang's strange look, we wanted to stop him, but he was too strong and hurt us.
Tianqing, you alright?
没事，但浩苍他很不对劲。
Stop playing. Get the sword.
我家的无名之剑，你别碰它。
When I was 15, my father gave me the unnamed sword and admonished me to keep it safe. If he knew I had lost the sword, he would wring my neck. No, I'll have to fetch Hao Tsang back.
You're injured.
I'm still alive, and that's enough.
I'm coming with you.
We'll leave the remaining devastators in the temple to you.
Hao Tsang, why did you come here? Where is Chen Qing?
The holy tree of Shen Nong. Could it withstand the blow of the divine sword of Fu Shi?
Duck, quick! Ah! Daddy! Brother Hao Tsang! You!
I've severely damaged the Lunar Crown tree. Father's mission was already completed. Those people are all headed straight into their own graves. We could also do that later.
Stay calm. We will repair the barrier of the Lunar Crown tree together.
Now entering vehicle mode. You have acquired special vehicle skills. Take the prompt and press Q to attack the target. Drag the mouse to adjust the camera.
The lunar crown tree has been damaged. The Valley of 100 Grasses is facing the greatest crisis in its... Then it means the end. Hey, inform the Grand Master about the location of Lieutenant Yue and place these automata in the Lunar Crown Pond to cleanse the water of the Devastator's negative chi. The Yue Palace was so heavily damaged that Qian Xing and the others would be shocked if they came back now.
Mohist, Grandmaster. What have I in...
Buds bloom and then wither away. Every spring is inevitably followed by a winter. She got infected by the Blight Beast poison while she was healing the wounded, and is now fighting for her life. I've already done everything within my power, but... Back when Qing'er and Hao Tsang had their wedding, the flowers were blooming and thriving so magnificently in the valley.
Father. Master. Hao Tsang. Has he still not Wait, please. Go to the Lunar Crown Pond and collect a handful of lunar lotus seeds for me. An old recipe for a strong medicine. The medicine is my last chance.
Grandmaster, the Blight Beast's poison is too potent. The Lunar Crown Tree won't be able to withstand it much longer.
The Valley of 100 Grasses is no longer up to this situation. It looks like it's time to call on the Qin League.
She's already on the way to Cloud Rise to put together a rescue plan with Master Kun Wuzi.
Thank you for bringing us this warning so swiftly. Come with us to Cloud Rise. You can... Elder Cho, you just said that Qing Ar...
This Lunar Crown Tree.
It's quite windy up here. Hold on tight.
You don't need to rush. Come and tell me who you're looking for. Since the Valley Master of the Valley of 100 Grasses has invited you, please proceed through Yingshen Gate. Well, do you still have any questions? Oh, I almost forgot this is your first time here. Since the era of Goddess Lan Yaoqi, 900 years ago, we did much to improve Cloud Rise, and that's why we have such elegant houses and beautiful scenery today. It really is very easy to get lost if you don't have any guidance. The gateway in front of you is Yingshen Gate. It might look normal, but Venerable Lan Yaoqi has cast a special enchantment on it. No one with evil intentions can pass through it. After Yingshen Gate, you got the Lotus Terrace. There's a white lotus on the terrace that is fragrant, clear, calming, and our dear Cloud Rise's treasure. On the other side of the Lotus Terrace is the Yaotian Palace. The name is our homage to the goddess. It's the most important place in Cloudrise. Every elder will go there to discuss important matters. You guessed correctly. It's there too, of course.
Here. I appear to have been here before. Originally, it was...
Unfortunately, I can't come. I'm in a secret realm. Sorry.
Kind of you, Shenren. The Taiwa instance is very important. Of course, you pay great attention to it.
Indeed. The Lunar Crown Tree may not be ignored. I've already heard about the business with Churchin-Sur village from the Grand Summoner.
I never would have thought the Blight Beast is so poisonous that even the Divine Tree of Shenong would not be able to resist.
Valley Master, how is the Lunar Crown Tree?
Although many protectors are working together, the Lunar Crown Tree has temporarily lost its soul consciousness. I'll discuss Taihua Mountain and the Valley of 100 Grasses are thousands of leagues apart, yet they were attacked one after the other by the devastators.
Zhenren Nanshun, how is the Taihua instance?
There are no problems at the moment, but the 10-year reinforcement deadline is approaching, and no one knows. Everything is complicated today. Not just Meijia, but the Devastators, full of negative qi, also really surprised me.
Yes, Shenren. The most urgent thing right now is to find out
Grandmaster!
where these... Lieutenant Yue, what is wrong with you?
You've ordered the Moists to seize Hao Tsang. Why didn't you tell me?
Jianqing.
I can clearly distinguish between the righteousness and the small affection. Besides, what he took away was the nameless sword of my family. Don't worry, I'll bring back Hao Tsang. It's all solely because of him that my Chinger is always so worried about him. The unnamed sword is a treasure which has been passed down through our family for generations. It was forged by combining the divine sword Morning Glory and the ancient sword Shadowban, and can break through any magical structure. Indeed.
When the Master left us, she left behind countless texts. They have been accumulated and arranged by scholars over the last 900 years. Now there are as many ancient scriptures in the Langhuan Pavilion as there are stars in the sky. It's not easy finding records of the Devastators and negative qi in such a short time. Go to the Langhuan Pavilion and ask the scholar Chang Shuefeng for clues.
Devastators. Negative chi. Second shelf on the left, third compartment, volume number 5. Check in the 5th chapter.
A plague goddess? And the blight beast on top of that? Is the global conflagration of 70 years ago repeating itself? The Grand Master and the Grand Summoner have already set off into the underworld themselves to find a cure for the Lunar Crown Tree. And Lieutenant Yue, he said he wanted to capture Hao Tsang, and then a moment later, he vanished. That doesn't sound good. The Blade Heart has been damaged for years, and we're right in the middle of a major war. Its soul force is unstable, and I fear that if we don't stabilize it in time, it will disappear completely. Luckily, you're already here in Cloudrise. That shouldn't be too difficult. This panda next to me, Master Konvuzi, he's a master swordsmith and knows the three swords very well. He must be able to help you avert this disaster.
The Bladeheart fragment has been weakened for many years, and it still hasn't been able to bind itself to your spirit completely. Its soul force is almost exhausted, and it has retreated deep into your subconsciousness. If you are unable to get it back soon, I fear it will disperse completely. Just a little thing, as long as Genren Jishar agrees.
But Genren Jishar comes and goes like the wind and hasn't been seen for days.
Oh, all right. Then with Chenren Suyin's help...
Have you forgotten that he has been traveling for a long time and hasn't been heard from for a while now?
Oh, you two. Well, if that's the case, that makes things... All right. Meditate for a while first. Moji, Suji, and I will help you stabilize the Bladeheart so that it doesn't become scattered.
I'm Lilane, follower of the goddess Lan Yaoqi. I'm Lilane, follower of the goddess Lan Yaoqi.
How are you? You were contaminated with so much negative chi in the Valley of 100 Grasses. You should count yourself lucky that it doesn't scatter immediately. And you still expect it to romp around happily?
Of course the Master can help him. It's just that this spell to get rid of the negative chi...
Wait. Di Wang's sacrifice formation is very complex and requires special materials. Luckily, some of them are stored in Cloudrise. Go straight to Qiaotong Palace and ask Tang Kan for them. That'll... 1 red flamestone, 5 pieces of Phoenix Breath jade, and 100 grams of Phoenix Scale powder. Once you have gathered all the ingredients, come and find me on the Terrace of the Hanging Sword. Moji and Sujie, you come back with me to prepare everything.
Our Cloud Rise has existed for over 900 years already. You will never find rarities more easily than here. You're asking. All right. I'll write him a letter and explain everything in detail.
That bloody Tong Khan always keeps getting me into trouble. He knows that I hold them in great esteem. If the Sword Bladeheart is in trouble, how could I stand by and do nothing? But these 3 things you're asking for are no ordinary things. That really makes me... Ah, to hell with it. Who else would use them anyway? But I'm only loaning them to you. You must promise to bring them back if at all possible. I'll remind you of that if necessary. Okay, start by taking the Red Flamestone. You can get the Phoenix Scale Powder and the Phoenix Breath Jade from the weaponsmith Ching Hui. Ask her if she'll give you any.
You need the Phoenix Breath Jade? I'm afraid I don't have enough of it myself right now. It's all their fault. The Phoenix Breath Jade I've just received ended up in their bellies before it could even get warm in my hands. If you bring it back to me, I'll give you half. That's even better then. Take this Jade Shard. You should be able to use it to lure out those gelatinous beasts. I've made countless weapons before, but I don't know how to use them against crystal tigers. I should probably work on my fighting technique too. Here you go. 2 pieces of the Phoenix Breath Jade are yours. Oh, and if you ever need your weapons polishing and restoring, just come to me.
on the interface with the left mouse button to show the information on this quest.
Well then, let's cast a spell to gather the negative chi in the depths of your consciousness and... You are in your own soul world.
Please specify
Free
a
your
target.
spirit from negative chi.
It almost collapsed and is too weak now.
But don't worry, there's another way. You return to your school and go to the place of designation. There you can borrow the relics of the previous Swordmaster. As long as the Blade Heart fragment is still alive, it should react.
The sacred valley where Cloudrise is located is enormous. The whole of Shenzhou would fit inside it. To facilitate communication between the various schools of the Qin League, they built bases near Cloudrise. They are constantly guarded. New students can return to their respective schools from the plateau of torrential fog.
Is that scent coming from you? The blade heart fragment of the Flowerful sword. That gentle and tough soul force is just like Aunt Nenshu, whom I've heard so much about. What would you say to her if you met her? This is serious. Don't fool about. Master Kunwutzer is already here. You're a student, so listen to all his instructions.
When you're holding it in your hand, it's also time to surrender yourself over to the lunar mirror of distant dreams.
Of course it sounds familiar. Before her enlightenment, the goddess Yaoqi took this artifact with her wherever she went. Every student...
There's only one lunar mirror of distant dreams in the whole world, and it...
Pardon?
My master likes to save his money. Why did he give you that? What you're holding in your hand right now is just... how can I put it?
A poor imitation?
Yes. That's exactly what I mean.
If you two keep bickering, I'll make you guard the fire pit for a month. You now have the lunar mirror of distant dreams. If you're lucky, you'll be able to use pets to connect to it and visit unexplored places. And you can even use it to work out the future from the present and the past. I'll cast the spell for you this time. It'll be helpful if you can awaken your blade heart.
Thank you, you saved my life. I would like to give you this gift as a token of my gratitude. Please, you must accept it.
Your people are not good at martial arts. In the future, you might not be as lucky as you were today. Alternatively, I can teach you some sword skills. Then you'll be able to defend yourself.
That's... thank you, Patriarch Jing.
Take a look at this. Understood? Come on, try it.
Sorry, Patriarch Jing. We couldn't just...
All right. If the enemies ever come back, just leave them to me.
There's a real resonance. This method seems to work. When the three swords were sleeping in the Qiandun Stonehouse, I used my soul force from the Bladeheart to set up a dream world. Only those chosen by the Bladehearts of the three swords can use the soul force of the fragment to sense the Bladehearts and connect with them. It is home to many Bladeheart fragments, and also the treasures and rare talents I have discovered over the years. If you're lucky, you'll encounter them in intoxicating dreams.
The main section of the Lunar Mirror of Distant Dreams is here. If you wish to use it in the future, you can connect to it by moving your heart.
Hey, come here. You witnessed bitter fighting on Taihua Mountain and in the Valley of 100 Grasses, and you haven't even had time to rest yet. So I hope this little spell can dispel your weariness. One more thing. I told the other priests and priestesses that I'd very much like to have you attend this year's spirit dance ahead of schedule. What? You don't want to? When I was on Blade Peak, I saw with my own eyes how you protect the others. You did it with courage in the face of death, I might add. Isn't that far more important than experience? Or are you afraid of the coming disaster and wish to remain on the sidelines? Very good. That was all I said to the four others. None have agreed yet, apart from Feng Yan. Now go see the Hospitality Priestess, Bin Qingchuang, the Treasury Priestess, Jing Guanxi, and the Ritual Priestess, Ming Yun. Invite them to your spirit dance and see if they'll attend.
Hey, you look truly radiant after coming back from the Heavenly Ridge. The first time I saw you, you were no more than knee-high, and now you're old enough for the ghost summoning ritual. How time flies. Our two families have known each other for a long time now. How could I refuse if you invite me personally? It's just... I've been busy dealing with a nocturnal spirit lately, and haven't had time to see to the plants. They all look so... This is the Grand Summoner's Sun Wand. Place it beneath the sun to absorb positive Qi. Then dance with the wand for the plants nearby. If you can manage to cheer up the plants, they'll give you a gift. Bring that gift back to me.
Hello. I'm the master of the floral sprites who live in this sea of flowers. The hospitality priestess gave me the name Lu Hua. I hear that a lot. Hey, close your eyes for a moment. Don't worry. I won't do anything to you.
Very good. It seems as though they like you. It's a good thing that you pay heed to the woes of the common folk. The Grand Summoner was right about you.
Come back. I heard there were major demon attacks on Taihua Mountain and in the Valley of 100 Grasses. Are you well? You've also grown so much. I guess you won't be stealing sweets from your sister Ganji anymore either, and eating them on the sly. This spirit animal, Ningxi, has been appearing to me for some time. He's not particularly big, but he has a great sense of smell. He just likes to steal the ghost for Tom, all of it, all the time. He is very cunning. Catching him won't be easy. But I have an idea. I borrowed the spirit animal Qingchao from the young summoner. He's a very good tracker. We'll catch the little thief no matter how smart he may be. Qingchao communicates with you using soul force. Follow him and don't get lost.
Hey, here! Come here!
smell it already. Right here!
Ouch! That hurts! Master, help me! Those meanies are hitting me!
Who's your owner? Who's spoiling you?
My owner, Feng Ping, is the best summoner of them all. If you harass me, she'll teach you a lesson.
Feng Ping? I hear that she was killed by the Devastators at the battle in the Valley of 100 Grasses. No wonder he's becoming wild. There's no one to teach him discipline. Grand Summoner told both of us that a spirit animal, just like a human, experience. Well, the ritual priestess is in charge of educating the people. Keep practicing hard. I'm looking forward to your spirit dance.
You went to see Guangxi just now. Is she well? Guangxi is still young. She had just become a priestess when the disaster happened. Many friends and relatives perished. It was a real trial for her. You're asking how we should punish him? We'll do it the summoner's way, of course. Drag him by the ear and chuck him out. Not bad. You know how to dole out a measured punishment. You scared him without really hurting him. Spirit dance. Sure, sounds good. When summoners' students are out and about, they represent Nuha. They must be considerate in word and deed, and they must wear appropriate clothing and headgear. This will be perfect for you then. Hair accessories for summoners are often made using the Qingjiang tiger's whiskers. The whiskers are dried and turned to thread. They are soft but tough. Last year, the Grand Summoner's son was wearing a hat made from these whiskers on his birthday.